Hey guys, it's IDV Hair and Nails. I just wanted to do this silk press video because it was some tips that I wanted to shed light on that I didn't get to on the first video. Of course, you start with detangling and then a very good shampoo. That is the foundation of the silk press. After that, we got straight into her blow dry, and look at her shrinkage, y'all. Like, it's beautiful. She has a coarser texture hair. I don't know if you noticed, but in the last video and in this video, I make sure to section. Sectioning helps with the efficiency of getting the style done. That's a tip that I learned when I took my cosmetology course. The 3 sections are broken down into smaller sections for the silk press. Okay, so right here, I'm going right into the silk press with my flat iron. And I wanted to go back to that tip that I gave about letting the hair talk to you and tell you what it needs. For her perimeter, I could go with my flat iron and do 2 passes, and it was fine. As I got closer into the crown of her head, I noticed that when I was doing the silk press, her roots, although it was still straightening, I noticed that it was a little bit rougher. It wasn't silking as much as I would like. So you'll notice that I go in with my pressing comb and hit those roots just to make sure they're nice and straight. That ensures that my client gets longevity, that her roots don't start to get rough, before the rest of her hair. I don't have to do this with every client. If you noticed in my last silk press video, I did not have to pull out my pressing comb at all. So that's what I mean when I say you're gonna let that hair talk to you. You're gonna let the hair tell you what it needs. With this coarser texture, she needed that. That doesn't mean every coarse texture needs it, but you have to know that there is no one size fits all when it comes to hairstyles. You know how as a stylist, we're like, a client will bring a picture to us and say, I want this style exactly this way. But if your hair isn't that way, if your hairline isn't that way, like, we have to maneuver around and work around what we're given, and we're going to try to execute to the best of our ability. But we have to let your hair talk to us, and we can only manipulate the hair so much without compromising the health of the hair. That is my end goal. I can't speak for every stylist, but my end goal is to give you the best results without compromising the health of your hair. So as you can see, I am maintaining those sections, maintaining my parts, because that plays a big factor as well. If I'm going through and my parts are all crazy and all over the place, I won't effectively press that hair. But if I'm parting nice and neat, as you can see, the flat iron is catching what it needs to catch, and it's laying that hair. But if you're not being consistent throughout, you're not going to have a consistent style. Silk presses are one of my favorite things to do. It doesn't take as long, and you have beautiful hair. And to me, the silk press allows my natural clients to get that good maintenance for their hair. The conditioning, deep conditioning, which you can do when you're getting braid styles as well, but like you don't get those ends trimmed, that good haircut you need. So that's what I love about the silk press. So right here is where you'll see that I'm taking that pressing comb and I'm just hitting those roots. I'm not passing the pressing comb all the way through, just in the roots where I'm noticing that, yeah, it's getting straight, but it could be straighter. The hair needed a little extra help. So that's what our hair was telling me. You're getting us, but hit me a little bit with that pressing comb. And I only did this for the crown of her hair. I didn't have to do it for the perimeter. When I did get to her edges, I did hit the edges with the pressing comb because I don't like to do it with the flat irons. It doesn't give the same straight look. You know, you want consistency. You want your edges to be as straight as the rest of your hair. So for me, the pressing comb can get to things that my flat iron just can't. As a stylist, you need to be comfortable with explaining to your client what you're doing and why. None of my clients typically ask, but if they were, I would just let them know, I just want to make sure I get those roots. Some of my clients, like I said in the last video, are like, hey, I can't just have the flat iron, I need the pressing comb. So that's communication with your client. Be comfortable with communication. Okay, so just a stylist tip. Before I clip my clients' ends or cut any hair, I like to do a video and show them, this is what it's looking like. This is what we need to take off. My clients usually look and be like, oh, I know you need to take, a lot off or whatever. I usually surprise them because I don't usually have to take as much as they think. But I always like to have that communication. I remember when I was younger, my mom was going and letting this lady do her hair. And I'm like, I look good, but she cut a lot. And I was like, oh no, it was dead. Clients always say that they need a haircut on that first appointment because it's like they know they haven't been given the love they need to. But every time she went back, it was more and more and more cut off. The stylist never discussed with her that she was cutting her hair. So I always like to go and show my client what I'm doing. On this part, I was going around, evening it up, getting those gaps out. But that's not enough for me. When I do my silk presses, I like to actually get in there and really get it all. I want to say maybe an inch was taken off, give or take. But you have to get in depth and get those other hairs because believe it or not, when you go to curl, that hair that you didn't get will stick out like a sore thumb. So I have to go in. It's not enough to just do that perimeter. Like I hate, what's the word, dusting? I hate dusting. I can't. You have to get in there and get that. Me and my clients have like such good conversation. I know y'all noticed, like, she turning her head and everything, but the conversation was so good. We were talking about some of everything. I love my clients. Like, we have the best conversations. And someone had actually walked in from somewhere else, not from somewhere else, but like another suite, and we're talking to us. So we were having good conversation. So sorry if you like, what are they talking about? I'm using my edge control, Divinity Edge Control, on her edges just to slick that little bit. I love to, I don't like to put too much because I know, you got to still put your scarf on and you don't want that product to build up in the hair and take away from the style. So I only put it on the very, very edges, lay those little flyaways down on the edges. She had already discussed with me prior to me curling that we were going to curl. So curls for the girls, okay? That's our thing. Like, I love when they get the curls. Sometimes a bone straight will suffice, but something about those curls. My client was celebrating her birthday, so the curls were it. And it was perfect for her. Do y'all see the shine in her hair? Like, oh my goodness. And the body, it's just so relaxed. She definitely told me, like, it's just so light. I can feel the air on my scalp. It was so nice to hear. I love when my clients love their hair, feel beautiful with their hair. And I mean, just the way they walk, the way they move their head is so different by the time they leave the chair. That is my end goal. So look at those curls. Look at the shine. Like, I love it. I love everything about this. If you guys have questions, I would love to hear them. You can always inbox me, email me, whatever, and I will do more tip videos. I don't mind posting videos, answering the questions. Whatever I can do to help, I love to. I am always taking new clients located in Memphis. Oh, what else? Like, share, subscribe. You know the spiel. Thank you guys for watching.